Hello everyone, once again, welcome to Dada's FoodCrave Kitchen. If you are new here, I welcome you. If you are a returning subscriber, I also welcome you. If you are new, I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and don't forget that post notification bell so you never miss out on any of my videos. Guys, in today's video, I am going to show you the quickest, the simplest and fastest way to make fresh fufu every day if you want. If I say stress-free in making fufu, I mean stress-free. If you are interested, keep on watching, and without any further ado, let's get cooking.
Dada's FoodCrave Kitchen today, and she will show you everything you need to know. A woman that will cook everything for you, with a smile on her face every day. Dada's FoodCrave Kitchen is the best you.
Alright, my Dada's team, let's get started. To make our fresh cassava and plantain fufu, obviously, you are going to need green plantains, okay? Not the yellow plantain, not the ripe one, the green plantain. You are also going to need fresh cassava root, as some may know it as yuca. All right, so as you can see, I have 2 fresh green plantains here with 1 long cassava. It all depends. You can add more cassava and less plantain, or you can add more plantain with less cassava, if that makes sense. All right, so you can make 1 whole cassava and then 1 plantain, or you can just divide it whichever way you want. If you want more plantain into your fufu, you can add more plantain. If you want more cassava, you can add more cassava. Simple as that. So I have my cassava root here. I am just gonna simply peel the skin off and continue on with the recipe, so keep on watching. And guys, I hope you already have your okra soup already on the stove, getting ready to enjoy with this cassava and plantain fufu. All right, or your egusi soup, whichever soup you have. I posted a delicious okra soup 2 days ago. All right, you may want to have to check that out. And I mentioned, do not cook anything else this week without trying this okra soup recipe, and it will definitely go really well with this plantain and cassava fufu. So keep on watching. All right, you want to check that okra soup recipe. You don't want to miss out. Oh my goodness, you don't want to miss that recipe. So go ahead and check that out after you already check this fufu recipe. All right, so after I already peeled the cassava root, I am going to simply just take the middle stem out. You know, that middle root, the root of the cassava, those stem, I'm going to take them out, and then I'm going to cut the cassava into pieces so that it will be easy to blend in the blender. If you have a good blender, you don't have to really worry about it. All right, because we are definitely going to blend this cassava. So you want to cut it in little tiny pieces like so that it will go smoothly on your blender. So next, I have my green plantain here, and please do not go buy a ripe plantain. All right, you want to buy a green unripe plantain. All right, so I am going to also peel that out. All right, it's not very easy to peel a green unripe plantain. You have to be really patient with it, because if you're not really patient with it, it's gonna like just break apart. All right, so you want to be gentle with peeling the green plantain. It's very tough anyway to peel it too as well. So as you can see, I'm digging my thumb into the skin and then I gently peel it. As you're peeling it, sometimes it will break apart. Like I said, you have to be really patient. If you're not patient like me, then that's the result you're gonna get. So as you can see, I already peel off the plantain as well. Now I split it in half like so. I am also taking the brown stuff in the middle, okay, so because I want this cassava and plantain fufu to be as pretty as it can be. All right, because if I leave that middle stem or middle brown stuff in the middle, you know what I'm talking about, it will make the cassava the fufu have like some black spots on it, which it doesn't really matter anyway. I just want it to be look really pretty. So you're gonna go ahead and do that as well, and also cut that in pieces, and then I'm gonna go ahead and rinse them off. Then we move on to the next step. If you're already enjoying this video, what are you waiting for? If you're new, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out, and hit that notification bell. All right, and give this video a big like if you're really enjoying all of my videos, and you know, just give this video a big like. All right. So guys, after cutting up the plantain and the cassava, I give it a little bit of rinse. Now I'm going to add it on my food processor just to give it that little bit of rough chop, because my main blender is not that powerful. If you have a powerful blender, you don't have to worry about it. One go and you will be good to go. All right, since my main other blender is not that powerful, so I just add it in my food processor just to give it that little bit of kickstart, give it that little bit of rough chop. Then I'll add it into my main blender, and if I say blend it until it's really smooth and creamy, that's what you are looking for. All right, and another tip, all right, you want to add water on the bottom of the blender to make it go smoothly, or you can just add water after you already add in the plantain and cassava, like I'm doing, like what I'm just doing now. All right, but do not also add too much water when you're blending the cassava and plantain fufu, because if you add too much water, you cannot take it back. All right, you want to add more water when you already blend it. All right, the amount of water you add, it's also going to determine the texture of how you want the fufu. Some people like the fufu really stiff and thick. Some don't like it that way. They just want it to be like on the light side. All right, like I said, the more water will determine the texture of how you want the fufu. So after it's already creamy blended like so, see how creamy that is. Now I'm going to mix it up and add water to how I'm going to need the add more water. Like I said, will determine on how the texture of the fufu. So like I said, don't add too much water when you're blending it. All right, only add after you already blend it, because if you add too much water, then you cannot take that back. And another tip, do not, I'm gonna put this in the microwave. All right, do not use a plastic container to make your fufu, and do not use any metal container to make your fufu. Your microwave will blow up. So do not use any plastic container. You want to make it on a glass container. So as you can see, I add it into my microwave and then cover it, and I microwave it for 5 minutes. All right, after 5 minutes, this is how it looks like. I'm going to give it a little bit of mix. All right, I'm going to give it a little bit of mix. It's not quite ready yet, so you will see some white residue on it like so. So after mixing it like so, I'm going to add more water and put it back in the microwave and cook it for an additional 2 minutes. Like I said, the more water you add will determine the texture of how you want your fufu. If you want it too thick and stiff, you don't want to add too much water. If you want it to be nice and soft so that when you're eating it, it will just go easily down your throat, then you can add more water. All right, so after doing that for an additional 2 minutes, this is how it looks like. I am going to now place it on my asanka and give it a little bit of pow, 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 pound, pound, pound. And I don't expect everyone to have an asanka, which you will see it's a black, it's actually a Ghanaian style of you know, pounding pepper and onions and stuff. You can make your fufu on it. Shout out to my cousin Jessica Saul for sending me this asanka. Thank you so much, Jessica Saul. I'm really enjoying my asanka. So I place it on my asanka, and I use my wooden pestle like so, and I'm simply just gonna shape up the fufu. So what I'm doing, I'm just give it a little bit of pound just to shape it up and also to make it more smooth. If you don't have the asanka, obviously, like I said, I don't expect everyone to have it. Just simply put it on a wide container and use, if you have a pestle at home, just use that and just mold it. It's pretty much, I'm just molding it, all right, so that it will look really nice and smooth. And as I'm doing that, I'm also adding water. Guys, it was so hot I could barely handle it. And that's it, guys. Our fufu is ready, and I'm hoping your okra soup is also ready, or your egusi soup. If you haven't watched my okra soup video, watch that and give this video a big like. Thank you all so much for watching. Until I come your way next time, may peace be unto you all. Shalom.